I know from my audience analysis questionnaire that most of you oppose such a plan, but I ask you to listen with an open mind while we discuss the problem associated with the heavy alcohol use in military. The major causes of the problem and a plan that will help solve the problem. There are too many soldiers involved in heavy alcohol use as well as its serious consequences. National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism also reported that soldiers are about 12.3% higher in total population for heavy alcohol use. Evidence shows that soldiers often make greater, more frequent negative effect from heavy alcohol use. According to Clean News report, when for hood soldiers have 4-day weekends, the rate of DUI incidents was the highest among any other weekends. Bray and colleague 2003 also found that military personnel in the lowest pay grade E1 to E3 reached the highest levels of negative effects in alcohol-related problems, including missing a week or more of duty, being arrested for driving while impaired, and dependent symptoms. Evidence also shows that among soldiers, new privates are more involved in negative consequences of heavy alcohol use. According to Fort Hood Military Police Unit, brand new soldiers have a highest percentage of involving DUI incidents. Fort Hood 3 Corps News reports that brand new privates are 3 times more likely to be involved in DUI incidents. Mainly, there are 4 major causes of such incidents. One of the causes is lack of education related to heavy alcohol use, which often happens after someone who caught by using heavy alcohol use. Thus, new soldiers often do not spend enough time just yet to understand the real consequences of heavy alcohol use. Of course, lack of having such education is not the only cause, since not all people have such education but still do not have heavy alcohol use. A second cause is lack of experience to endure life-threatening events or high level of stress. Finding from Task and Purpose 2017, the enlisted soldiers are ranked to be the most stressful job in the world. NIAAA specifically described such a stress that soldiers also have to cope with the boredom and loneliness, especially during their deployments. Brad and Parm 1999 said that stress is known as a major contributor to the initiation and continuation of alcohol and other drugs use as well as to relapse. A third cause of heavy alcohol use is military culture. NIAAA said that binge drinking behavior after work is part of a cultural tradition in the military. NIAAA described that the soldiers often have drinking rituals and expectations about heavy drinking after work and while on leave. Becky Dolan, a Coast Guard, affirmed that military does have high expectation of high alcohol consumption. Although there is no pressure, consuming alcohol seems a part of being a soldier. A fourth cause of accident is the lack of entertainment around the military bases. According to the Men's Health, not having hobby affects your stress, and it can increase your stress level, which could lead to heavy alcohol use. Fort Hood 3 Corps News reported such idea with the fact that soldiers with a hobby are more likely to be involved in DUI incidents. NIAAA also said that the lack of recreation activities encourages soldiers to consume heavy alcohol. As we understand the causes of the incidents, we now can have a solution based on our understanding. There are three major steps we can take to solve the problem. First, educate soldiers with the serious consequences of heavy alcohol consumption. Inform your soldiers that the rules are often harsher for soldiers than for civilians, as soldiers are ruled by military courts. In a worst case of a scenario, soldiers could have charged from both military and civilian courts. Military could also show soldiers a video about serious consequences of heavy alcohol consumption during their basic training. As new soldiers are more likely to have a heavy alcohol consumption as well as negative consequences from such behavior, it will be the best time to watch the video during soldiers' basic training. To reduce high levels of stress among soldiers, the military could teach soldiers to manage their stress. Military could offer free personal counselors, especially for those who deploy. Military could also require soldiers to take stress management classes, since military jobs are often highly stressful. To reduce the stress, soldiers could make hobbies and be more active. Military should eliminate drinking culture in military. Such cultures about drinking consumption could falsely make soldiers to think it is okay to consume heavy alcohol because everyone does it. Military could also start a campaign to take personal responsibility regarding alcohol use rather than sharing their responsibility by consuming alcohol together. Military should encourage the areas in and around the bases to be more entertaining. Military could offer various events unrelated to alcohol consumption for free to increase the number of participants. Military could also offer cheaper price for stores unrelated to alcohol consumptions open in the bases. Conclusion. Every year, soldiers have serious consequences related to heavy alcohol use. Many soldiers already lost their ranks, paychecks, career, and leadership. There is no way to solve all the problems we encounter in the military, but we can do something to help save soldiers from driving into serious consequences of heavy alcohol use. My plan may seem harsh or inconvenient, but I know my plan will make soldiers' lives better in the end.